Welcome back to Digi Bros! I had a fun, retarded story.
We're talking about guilt.
Talking about
White guilt.
I'm wondering if I've told this story on Digi Bros. Fuck! No! Why did I go back? Wait, I can go to the menu and I can warp back over there. Which one is it? That one? Ah, shit. Nope. Fuck.
Vic's good at Splatoon.
I'm the best at Splatoon. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. Okay. I agree. It's gotta be that one.
That's not a color yet. Okay. Anyways. So, I hope I haven't told this story before, because it feels familiar. But, we were, like, 10 years old, living in Newport News, Virginia. And, I had one friend who was, like, kind of, he was, like, a classmate who, like, came over to our house a couple times, but he wasn't, like, a best friend or anything, you know? He was, like, my second friend in this house. But one time, he's at our house, and, like, for some reason, we were, like, making up our own songs. It was, like, me and Conrad and him, and we were, like, making up our own songs. We were, like, jumping around on the bed, like, singing our songs. And, like, doing, you know, mouth guitars and shit, and we were making up songs. And so I made this song about, a demon called Kino. And he was a soul-stealing demon. We're in the anime at this time and shit. And so I sing this goofy song about Kino, and then, like I had started, because this was at a time I was very angry, and I was very aware of the fact that I was pissed off all the time. Like, this is when I first started becoming aware of, like, depression and, like, being sad, and I was, like, 10 years old, and I was very angry all the time, and Conrad would tell me that all the time, so that just made it worse, you know, that, like, I am angry, and then I'm being told I'm angry, and that makes me more angry. But so I've got a bit of an anger issue, and so, like, I tied it into this character of Kino the demon, that it was like my anger comes from being possessed by the goofy demon character Kino, which I was a child, but I was completely like, this isn't something I believed, you know? I didn't have a fucking imaginary friend or something.
Right.
Like, I'm not retarded.
retarded.
I'm 10 years old, and, like, it was a fun meme, you know, like, kids having fun making up a story.
Yeah,
you know,
it was just the dumb
I'm possessed by a demon, it makes me angry, and it was something fun for pretend games.
Games.
For some reason, one day, it was like, because at this time, I was a straight A student. Like, I was super good at school. I was super into being good at school. I took a lot of pride in it, because my parents were super proud of me for being so good at school. And I was a good boy. This was when my OCD tendencies were coming out, and, like, I'd clean my room religiously, and I was just super fucking good. And, like, so I took a lot of pride in that. But I was still, you know, very shy kid, didn't talk to anybody, kind of did his own thing, and made good grades. But me and this other kid one time are staying back in, like, the I think there was, like, an assembly in the cafeteria or something, and, like, we were helping fold up chairs as just, like, we were just hanging out and helping out the teachers or whatever. But it was me and this kid and, like, two girls. And so, for some reason, this kid starts going on about the demon Kino, and, like, how I get possessed by this soul-stealing demon or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't talk, you know? So I'm just, like, letting him go on about it and being like, whatever, he's going off. But these girls are completely believing him.
Oh my god.
And so he actually manages to scare them, because he's saying, like, the demon's gonna kill them and shit.
Jesus!
And, like, I have no say in any of this, because I'm the kid who doesn't talk. I'm just like, whatever, you know, and we're having fun, so I'm not thinking much of it. And then, like, one of these girls gets freaked out and, like, tells the teacher, and she's all, like, crying and shit. And so, like, the teacher takes me aside, and is just like, You know, figure what's all this, and I'm just like immediately bursting down in tears because I don't get in trouble. I don't know how to handle that. Like, I'm a good kid. I'm fucking terrified immediately. I think I'm gonna go to jail. Like, I break down. I don't even tell the teacher anything. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and I'm crying. And then she just kind of like lets it go. But for like the entire rest of that summer, because it was at the end of the year, and so the whole summer, I'm thinking I'm gonna get busted for what I did, and like the police are gonna come like arrest me, and they're gonna kick me out of school and stuff.
To make a song about a demon.
Because I talked about a demon, and because this kid said it was gonna murder this girl, and so like I got fucking paranoid as shit for like the entire summer, and then going into the 6th grade, because I was in the 5th grade going into the 6th grade. It's like the whole time going into the 6th grade, I'm like super worried that I'm like gonna get taken out of school and expelled for like this thing I said in the 5th grade, and this just haunted me for years. Like, because even though I knew it was gone, like I'm so paranoid that it just kept coming back, and like I keep being paranoid about it, like I never feel safe. And like that's the kind of intense like delusional guilt I would feel as a child for things I did, you know? That's a fun story. I feel like I already told it on Digibros before, but I'm not sure. Hopefully I haven't.
I don't know. I don't know that I've heard that
I feel like
story.
you would remember because it's so goofy.
Yeah.
But like to give you a perspective on what kind of person I am.
Oh.
I don't quite get delusional anymore these days. I think I've become too self-aware. But certainly in the depths of my anxiety and depression, I do kind of get a bit of paranoid delusions and will like assume things about people and situations when I don't have enough information to disprove my own like weird thoughts. I feel like that's the earliest example of like intense anxiety. Like really intense anxiety.
I don't know. I feel like
stories. That's what happens when you're a scared kid. There's a lot of me being terrified as a child.
There's a lot of fear involved in childhood.
Yes. I was always afraid of bad kids. There was one friend I had, this was the house we lived in after that house. But I had a friend who was kind of a little shit.
Oh, was his name Tyler?
Oh my god, his name was Tyler.
Yes! All people named Tyler
he
are little shits.
He was named Tyler. Because I had one friend who was kind of a shit, and his name was Zach. And then we had another friend we made. I remember him kind of being Zach's friend too, but his name was Tyler, and he was a fucking little shit, man. But he was like, he had like I remember him having like a New York accent.
What?
And like that was super weird, but he was like kind of a little shit, and he had like a buzz cut, and then like I think he lived with just his dad, and he was like I always knew this kid was kind of weird, but then he was cool and he played video games, and we hung out a couple times. And there's the one time I went over to his house, and like I was super weird about spending the night at other kids' house. Like I really didn't enjoy doing it, and we'd always hang out at my house. But this guy wanted to hang out at his house. And, like, we hung out at his house one time, and he had an SNES and, like, Mario Bros. Or something, like, I want to say it was, like, Super Mario World or something. I don't know the Mario games too well. But it was the first time I'd ever played a classic Mario game, because we never had an NES or anything. So I was like, okay, this kid's cool. And then he was like, you know, he wanted me to spend the night, and so we could keep playing Mario. So I was like, cool, you know, there's a new friend, I'm spending the night at his house, we're gonna play Mario, and I was super excited about that. But then, like, as I'm spending the night, he, like, becomes super determined that he wants to watch one of his dad's pornos. And me, being the paranoid good kid, I'm, like, not fucking about that at all. I'm like, I don't want to fucking watch porn with this kid. Like, I don't want to do that. And so, like, I ended up, like, I was super uncomfortable at his house.
Right.
And then, going forward, like, I just basically stopped being his friend. Like, I completely, like, got nervous just, like, being around him. And there was one time we, like, ran through people's backyards as a shortcut, and that was enough to freak me out as a kid, because, like, I thought I'd get in trouble for doing that. So, like, this kid is a kid who likes to get in trouble.
Yes.
I am not that kid at all. And then, like, I remember there's one time where him and the Zach kid had come over to my house, and I was, like, like they were outside knocking at the door and stuff, and I was like closing the blinds so they couldn't see me, and they could see me through the blinds, and I was just like, go away, leave me alone.
Go away.
'Cause I was just so afraid to be around this kid because like I knew he was gonna want to be up to some shit, you know?
Be up to some
I had anxiety, man. I was like 12 or something.
Final checkpoint.
Yeah, we got up to no bad behavior, man.
No,
Way too anxious, way too afraid.
Yeah, I never did anything bad. Basically, nothing seriously bad.
For me, it was nothing even remotely bad. Oh man.
Nope. Didn't do none of that shit.
Oh yeah. And then imagining that same paranoid boy eventually discovering masturbation and feeling like the worst person in the world for years of his life. I'd say that was a tremendous source of guilt in my life.
Yeah.
Was being a teenager and discovering jacking off and not really being able to help yourself. And then feeling like a fucking monster. That was a long process. I don't think I got over that until I was probably like 18 or something, of like feeling like shit all the time. But then like, you know, still being a teenager, like jerking off and watching porn and shit because like you can't help yourself.
It's because you didn't charge your JO crystals,
Yeah, I had to charge my JO crystal, man. And like being depressed is something that causes you to do shit like that more because it's like a momentary high.
Yeah.
So it's like, you
All
know,
the
if you're
endorphins
fucking
and shit.
sad all the time and bored all the time, and then like that's a moment of dopamine and release for you that it's hard to like quit doing that. But then like I'm the kind of guilty person that I constantly felt like I needed to stop, and like I was fucking going to hell, and like women will never love me because I masturbate.
Women will never love you.
Like that is
It's
legitimately how I thought most of my life.
And it's true.
Yes, it's very true. This woman doesn't fucking love me because I
No.
jacked off too much as a teenager.
Exactly.
Like it's,
Yeah.
I'm fucking wrecked. I'm a monster. I don't know if anyone else felt that way about masturbation as a teen. I'd love to hear about that in the fucking comments. Because I feel like Conrad probably didn't give a shit at all. I don't know. Because when you're a teenager and you discover something like that, you don't think anyone else in the world is doing that, you know? Oh my god, this level's so hard! Ah! Fuck! Something you gradually learn, you know, you're 16 and you finally realize, okay, like, most people are jacking off. It's really high school and people become more open about those stupid things. Maybe later high school. Because, like, at first no one wants to talk about it, and then you got people like Connor who are like, oh, I jack off all the time. Okay, so Connor jacks off. I guess I'm not a fucking total monster, but then Conrad's, like, the worst person in the world, so... Certainly during high school, he was not, mature.
Not mature.
Conrad loves to say the edgiest possible thing at all times in high school. That was his shtick, was to be the loudest, most edgy, most disgusting, crude person possible, because I guess he didn't know how to contain his personality.
He didn't know how to contain his personality.
He was certainly the cringe humor boy. And of course, I got into high school and saw him doing that and was just like, all right, I'll do that too. I guess that's how you do. Because when you're completely antisocial and you're trying to talk to people for the first time, like, ever, then you tend to, like, be a little bit eccentric. I think I could explain a lot of my high school behavior. It was always, like, either I didn't talk to people at all or I was just, like, fucking way too much.
Over the top.
Yeah, over the top. When you don't know how to talk to people, you tend to be a little over the top.
Yeah, that's true.
You overdo it.
You overcompensate because you don't have confidence in your socializing.
Overcompensating for sure in high school. You know, if my aesthetic wasn't anything. There's so much depth to my high school aesthetic that I could go into as I continually do, because there's so many layers of reasons that I did what I did and dressed how I dressed. I find it to be a very complex and interesting thing as a person who was incredibly self-aware at the time and prided himself on being self-aware and yet did ridiculous shit anyways out of, like, some twisted sense of pride.
Your motivations definitely are interesting.
Yes. Because, like, Marcus was always a person who was like, stop wearing the trench coat, it's a crutch, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, no.
No.
I have my complex reasonings for why I do this.
I remember the, it's a crutch
yes.
thought train.
But then that, pisses me off even more. Because then it's like, someone's fucking telling you, don't fucking psychoanalyze me, motherfucker. Do whatever the fuck I want. Nah, by the end of high school, it's definitely just like, I just wanted to keep wearing it. There's so many layers of, like, how that thing came about. But I think I've already talked about all that on Digibros. The origin of the fucking trench coat.
The trench coat. The trench coat is its own character.
It is. It's complex. The trench coat has onions.
The trench coat has onions?
Yes.
Yes. The trench coat has onions. The trench coat is like layers. It has onions.
Yes. The trench coat is like layers. It has onions. Please become a regular meme now.
Victor
this thing takes so fucking long to charge. It sucks.
Slowly driving himself insane. I'm tired because I've been in school all day.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired now. I'm sure it's getting pretty late because this has gone on forever.
So yeah, sorry. Kind of tailing off here.
Ooh. I'm like trying to be deep in about life, but like I don't have the energy to, and I haven't been thinking about this stuff all day or anything.
I've been thinking about electrocardiogram rhythms all day, so
whoa,
that's what I've been doing.
Leave that shit at school, dude.
The thing is, it's really hard to do that.
I know.
It's the same with work. I have a hard time not thinking about it. Like, though, the whole time we were at Otakon, when we were trying to go to sleep, I was just worrying about work.
Aww. Aww.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's because I
know you worry about work a lot. I worry about, am I gonna have work? Da-doom-ch. I'm
what's
bored!
the deal with that?
I'm an artist.
It's true. Victor is an artist. An artiste.
I always wanted to be a painter growing up. That was my dream until I was out of the 8th grade. Because 8th grade art was such a joke. I was like, people don't take this seriously. You can't have a career doing art. At least, painting. Or, like, that kind of aesthetic art. I probably could have had a career doing it if I kept at it. Could have gone to art school and learned graphic design.
Graphic design.
It would have inevitably been graphic design and not, like, hand painting shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not a big market for,
Yeah.
paintings nowadays.
I wish I'd figured out graphic design growing up, but I could never afford the programs, so like, or like figure them out, back before YouTube tutorials were obvious.
But Victor, you have GIMP.
But then I managed to torrent Sony Vegas and well, I had Donson get me that, but I figured that out.
You sure did.
Video editing. It's a little easier than Photoshop, I guess. I thought I was good at video editing until, like, yesterday.
What?
Log process. Oh, guys, I've been making a, I don't know if anyone follows my, did I post it on Twitter? I think I made a tweet about it. But I'm making a giant list of every film I've ever made. So far, I think it's gotten into the 200s.
Oh, nice.
Because I started including all the weddings. But yeah, it's a giant list of every film ever made by me that it's anything I've worked on or like put a significant amount of effort into. Like I didn't include some things that I only worked on for like a day and like didn't really care about and didn't really learn anything. But and I'm not including all the sports gigs I've done, which would add like another fucking 50 gigs to the list. But it's more focused on film stuff, and stuff that would have progressed my my path of knowledge. Because I think it's important for what I don't get see a lot of is industry professionals showing the first things they ever did. Like, I've seen people talking about how, like, oh, they got their first professional gigs out of college and stuff, and I'm like, I want to see how many shitty YouTube videos did you make when you were 13? Like, that's the real progression. Because I strongly believe that you can't just get into doing something without any form of, like, any frame of reference experience. Like, you have to be plugging away at it, and you have to make a lot of shitty stuff before you get any good at it. So, like, I wanna see people's perspectives, you know? You never get to see Quentin Tarantino's films that sucked before he made a good film. You only see his first good film. So, like, where's all of that? I wanna see that out of people. So everyone, when I finish this list, I'll definitely publish it online, and you'll get to see just how many shitty films I've made before winning, like, the 48-hour with a decent film, you know? Hopefully people feel encouraged to make more shitty films with the... Like, you know, oh, you'll make it eventually. Maybe people will be discouraged, thinking, I can never make this many shitty films. I can't even make one film. But, that's the idea behind that. We finally made it to the final boss!
Hey, here he is! It's your boy. Alright.
Okay. Get to the boss.
Oh, so now he's in the middle of the doobie.
Yeah, we gotta get back to the guy.
No, well, time to die.
To fly. Okay, where's the best vantage point here? They're all far away. Okay, yeah, this is the spot. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna fight the last boss.
Time.
Oh, I was hoping I'd get to go down that big hole. What the fuck?
It came out of the big
that's
hole.
lame. The final boss of Splatoon 2!
Splatoon!
Hopefully our second session was as good as the first session. I feel like the first session was amazing. The second session, we floundered a little bit. We got some good stories, you know?
There's some good childhood trauma in there.
It's been okay, yeah, some decent child experiences. That's what everyone wants to hear. Oh god, I gotta use this fucking thing. Great.
Oh,
at least it's just the final boss, right? At least it looks like it's just gonna be a boss and not a whole level. Is it gonna be a squid girl? Oh shit, it's Evil Marie!
That's Callie.
Yeah. Oh no, she's evil! That's pretty cool. She looks badass as fuck. Has she been corrupted by the darkness?
Yes.
The original hot idol, squid girls. Are they kids? Are they squid kids too, or are they like squid adults?
I feel like they're probably like squid young adults.
I feel like they're drawn as squid young adults. Oh fuck! This is just the boss from the first game. It's like almost the same guy. Aww. Wow, Octobot King 2. It's just a rehash. It's just basically a glorified expansion pack.
Splatoon
it's just
1.
like Splatoon 1. It's an expansion pack, man. It's bullshit. So, like, how is the one girl a good octopus when the octopus are all bad?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know why Marina is a good octopus and all the other octolings are evil.
Reasons. Okay. Well, at least we don't have to fight him as an entire fucking stage this time.
Maybe
Hopefully.
they realized that a boss that is an entire stage wasn't a great idea.
It was fucking insane. Oh, god damn it.
Oh, god damn.
I don't think it's gonna be easy, though.
No.
I gotta get far away from him so he can't blow me.
But at least there's cool music.
Yeah, that we can't hear because we gotta talk over it.
Well, yeah.
Think of another thing to talk about.
Are you really asking me for that at 12:30 at night
oh my God,
after I've been to school all day?
No. You're a girl. How is that growing up?
What?
What's up with that, bro?
Rude?
You are a girl, and therefore I can only think to talk about your gender and how you are defined by it.
It's true.
Because that's the only interesting aspect about your personality is that you're a girl.
My defining characteristic is that I am a girl.
That you are female. Fuck, man. It's fucking hot now. I'm burning up. I'm losing to the boss. I mean, if people are watching now, they're invested enough. They're gonna keep watching, even if we don't talk enough during the boss fight.
You could always just,
no.
Quit for now and do the boss.
We gotta beat them. We don't want to sit down and record just the boss.
When we're refreshed and have topics.
This is how Digibros works. You gotta be dying while you fight the boss.
No, you have to literally be.
This is tradition. You gotta start singing shit.
Oh God.
I'm dying in your arms tonight. Must have been pooping my pants. What's your favorite song, Hope? Like ever?
Ever?
Yeah,
that's
ever.
That's a big question.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even.
We have big.
I don't even know what my favorite food is.
What's your favorite food?
I don't know.
Figure it out.
I like
off the top of your head, what's your most recent favorite food? Like of the past week.
Of the past week.
Of the past month. How about the past year?
Month.
Like what's the most recent food you discovered that is like discovered?
I feel like I don't find a lot of new food recently.
What's your what's a kick you're on? You know, like I've been on a barbecue kick. You know.
You're always on a barbecue.
Like
kick,
I used to be on a chicken salad kick a long time ago.
Dude.
Now I'm on like a barbecue kick.
It's mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
I didn't like mac and cheese growing up, but recently I've really been into mac and cheese.
That's strange because I've never seen you eat mac and cheese like
Victor,
ever.
I've made us mac and cheese.
I guess it's not really mac and cheese though.
That's
like,
mac and cheese.
It's not traditional mac and cheese.
Okay,
That's like
yeah, it's not
cheese
instant
with
mac
pasta.
and cheese, but it's mac and cheese.
Yeah, I guess we've had a couple.
Yeah, because we've made like the one with the broccoli and the one with the bacon, and it's really good.
It is a form of mac and cheese.
It's mac and cheese.
It's just not like cheddar cheese.
No.
Like it's not. It's yeah.
Which is fine because cheddar cheese is the inferior cheese.
This sucks. This is hard. What the fuck? Those grenades are a bitch. What is the pro strat here, man?
YouTube comment section. Help pro strats Splatoon 2 final boss fight.
This isn't a live stream.
Help!
Help!
Yeah, mac and cheese. I
Wait a minute.
I didn't ever like it as a kid.
We're playing ARMS.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I was never a fan of mac and cheese. We're always a fan of Velveeta cheese and shells, and that was it. Like those are the best. That's the end all be all of mac and cheese is Velveeta cheese and shells. And fuck everything else. That's how we grew up. I mean, we used to have mac and cheese before that because those are expensive. So sometimes, it had to be mac and cheese.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
But once my dad started making good money, Velveeta
then you
cheese
got
and
the
shells,
Velveeta shells and cheese.
Velveeta cheese and shells.
Yeah, bro.
Those are the shit. Those are amazing.
One of my favorite things to eat is my grandmother's enchiladas, but you don't get those that much anymore.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to fucking make them. They take so fucking long, but they're so good.
I think like favorite foods of all time, General Tso's chicken. I feel like I don't even like it anymore and it makes me sick, but I fucking love it. Like I love the taste of it and I hate the way it makes me feel. Cause I get acid reflux and it hurts and I hate it.
See it leave, watch it go.
Yes. It's a bitch. But it's my all-time classic, forever. It's like comfort food to me. Whenever I'm sad, I get General Tso's chicken. I'm like,
wow, you're sad
yes.
a lot, huh?
Maybe. Nah.
I'm kidding.
Well, I usually get it when you're not home.
Yeah, normally when I have work
because I'm sad because you're working.
School, Vic gets Chinese and he'll get mac and cheese.
All right, we're gonna make another attempt. Yeah, General Tso's chicken, mint chocolate, Breyer's mint chocolate chip ice cream. The only appropriate kind, because it's white. It's white ice cream with the little square fucking mint chunks, and God, it's fucking good, man.
Nah.
It's a timeless classic. You don't even know.
The green mint chocolate chip ice cream is the best.
Oh,
Something about it being that mint green makes it taste
better.
No. Yes.
It just tastes more sugary and fucking.
It's just it makes
overly
it better.
No. Well, I guess you don't like peppermint.
I don't.
So I think the
really.
white mint is more of a pepperminty flavor.
Yeah, whereas the blue mint is like not spearminty,
green mint. It's like
winter
a
mint.
fucking joke mint is what it's fucking called. It's not real. Peppermint's the only way.
You're Whatever, faggot.
What are my favorites? Reese's Cup ice cream. The name brand shit. The Breyers brand shit. That's the shit. Like Reese's Cup, fucking Blizzard at Dairy Queen. Not the same as getting Reese's Cup ice cream from Breyers, man. That's the shit.
God, the fact that Victor is the most hype about, like, fucking Breyers Reese's Cup ice cream.
It's fucking good, dude.
Why do you like Breyers so much?
Because they just make quality ice cream, man. They just do it. They do a good, like, chunk to ice cream ratio, you know?
Okay, well, if that's what you like.
They make the ice cream
itself
well.
in Breyers isn't anything special.
Because there's, like, Eddie's ice cream or something that comes in, like, the round containers. And those ones will be, like, they'll be good sometimes. They'll be pretty good. But it'll always be, like, too much, you know? Like, the Breyers shit is less sugary, I think. I don't know. There's subtleties to it. Distinct subtleties. But the Breyers always been my favorite packaged ice cream. There's a difference between packaged ice cream and getting it at, like, a place, you know?
This is true.
But then, like, Cold Stone's never fucking worth it. Because it's like, you get a whole carton of ice cream for the price of a fucking Cold Stone ice cream cone.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But, sometimes
Ben
going
and Jerry's.
to,
Ben and Jerry's is probably the best ever. The banana monkey nut shit fucking Ben and Jerry's is the greatest fucking thing ever. It's amazing. I can't get enough of it. It's just so fucking expensive that it's ridiculous.
It's just too expensive.
But goddamn, I fucking love that shit.
What's the ice cream place on the boulevard that gives you the free scoop if it's raining or snowing?
Oh, is that Brewster's?
Yeah,
I
Brewster's
know they
is
give you a
pretty
free
good.
scoop in
Yeah, if it's raining or snowing, you get a free scoop.
Let's go there in the fucking rain. What are we doing? We're not going to Brewster's in the rain. What's wrong with us?
But yeah, Brewster's is really good. I like Brewster's. They have a great cotton candy ice cream, and it's cotton candy ice cream. It's pink and blue.
Oh, I haven't tried the cotton. Oh yeah, I did try it when you had
did.
it. Yeah.
It's pink and blue.
Hope is obsessed with cotton candy flavor.
And then it has Pop Rocks in it. And
That's
it's
just weird.
weird, but it works. And it just, when I don't get it very often, but when I do, it's just like, that's the most nostalgic, like, brings me back to my childhood kind of flavor imaginable.
See,
because I got it all the time as a kid.
I never liked Pop Rocks.
I don't like Pop Rocks by themselves. But in this cotton candy ice cream, it fucking works. I don't know why.
Yeah, it
and
brings
even
back your
now,
childhood,
it's a sugar nightmare.
Memories of what candy
but
is.
I love it. And
The context of candy changes a lot as you get older. You know, it's not the same anymore. Fuck, man.
Well, yeah, you can't handle as much sugar as you get older.
I can't even tell how much progress I have on this guy.
He doesn't have a.
I feel like he's got to have multiple forms or something.
Probably.
This is just fucking hard. It's just like the first game where the boss is just hard as fuck. Yeah, fuck. No reviewers beat this shit. No, Ben Yahtzee Croshaw didn't fucking fight the last boss of this game. What an asshole.
What an asshole.
Fuck him, man. Fuck video game reviews.
Fuck him.
I only trust Let's Plays so I can watch it and be like, oh yeah, that looks cool.
The only person you trust is PewDiePie.
No. Don't trust PewDiePie at all. He barely shows any of the game. All I trust is gameplay footage and how long to beat. So I know what I'm getting into. Fuck! No. No! Alright, maybe we do need to stop. I'm too tired. We've just become silent. Hope you guys enjoyed this sesh. We'll have to do a special boss beating episode. I farted twice.
Rude. Fucking rude.
Peace out, fam. Have a fun week. Have a good time. Have a good life. Hope you had fun chilling with us. Hope maybe more people will watch Splatoon at some point. We get half the views those guys get, man. It's bullshit, man.
You're so salty about that.
I'm only a little salty, but then I just wonder why. Like, I just want an explanation of why. People just don't like us, man. We get half the views. All right, anyway, I don't care.